This day can provide us with that same guarantee only if we understand what this day is about. To begin the connection to this powerful day, powerful, almost as powerful as Shavuot. The only difference between tonight and Shavuot is tonight we are dealing with the seed. We are not, and we cannot bring it down to a manifestation, but we can formulate the seed. We can operate on that seed. We can structure the seed of our life, of happiness, prosperity, and health. We can structure it tonight and as well as tomorrow, throughout this entire day of Lag BaÓmer. What we do need in addition is the system of Shavuot. Shavuot is the physical manifestation which brings this whole concept of what Rav Shimón describes as health, wealth, and happiness, brings it down to the level of our, what we call malchut, the physical daily life existence, which is accomplished on Shavuot. Concerning this day, Lag BaÓmer, we read from the Ha Idra Zuta Kadisha. Ha Idra Zuta Kadisha means the smaller holy assembly. The smaller holy assembly. And why is it called the smaller holy assembly? Because there was, when Rabbi Shimón emerged with his son Rav Eleazar from Pekin, from studying with Moshe Rabbeinu and with Eliyahu Hanavi, face to face, which no individual, since Moshe Rabbeinu, experienced that closeness to Eliyahu and Moshe Rabbeinu. They both came, although they had passed on many for Moshe thousands of years ago. Eliyahu, some 8 years ago, prior to the birth of Rabbi Shimón, these people, while they had appeared to have disappeared from the physical existence of our world, came back and studied with Rabbi Shimón and his son for 13 years. 13 years. When he emerged after 13 years, he then went to Miron, into the cave where we had made our connection this evening. We are there only because we, as students of Kabbalah, understand that being here and not being there cannot provide the energy of tonight. We have to be there to make the quantum effect of no time and no space. No space. We have today that ability, and we did that tonight. Therefore, we are not, this is an illusion that we are all sitting here, and I don't want to go and teach those who are not familiar with quantum physics, as I am not familiar with quantum physics, but we can be there at the same time. So if you don't believe Rabbi Shimón, at least we believe Einstein and all of the other great scientists who say you can be wherever you want to be. And tonight we chose to be in the Idra Rabbah together with Rabbi Shimón, as he revealed for the first time in the greater assembly, the Zohar. When Rabbi Shimón passed away, that day he assembled his students again, and it is now referred to as the Ha Idra Zuta, the smaller assembly, because all of the 10 students were not present. 3 of the students had left this world, and at this time of his departure from the world, there were only 7. To make the connection, the most powerful connection that we can make to the day and to the presence of Rabbi Shimón, and to the presence of the revelation of the entire Zohar this evening, we quote and learn from the Zohar. That is what we will be doing all evening this evening. Tana Bahu Yoma de Rabbi Shimón, Baya Lishtalka Min Alma, we learn that in this day, today, When Rabbi Shimon desired to leave this world, it does not say that the time came for Rabbi Shimon to leave this world. It says that Rabbi Shimon desired, made a decision that tonight and tomorrow he was going to leave. He was going to leave. And there was a reason why he chose this day and no other day. But when he decided to leave, he prepared all of his words that he would leave with us this day. It kanshu chavrai lebei Rabbi Shimon, and all of the chaverim, all of the friends, came to Rabbi Shimon this day because he summoned the group of people that were studying with Rabbi Shimon and told them that today I have chosen to leave this world. V'havakamei Rav Eleazar berei, and before him was seated Rav Eleazar, v'Rababa, v'shar chavrayu, and all of the other students, not only the 7 who were present in the greater assembly, in the Idra Rabbah, in that cave where the entire Zohar was revealed, but many other students. V'havamalya beita, and the house was full of people. Zakaf eno Rabbi Shimon, and Rabbi Shimon raised his eyes, v'chamad itmali beita, and he saw that the house was full of people. Bacha Rabbi Shimon, and Rabbi Shimon wept at that moment. V'amah, bizmana achra karavino bebei marei. I remember that there was a previous time when I was ill, and who was there before me? Have Rabbi Pinchas ben Yair kamai, Rabbi Pinchas ben Yair, the father-in-law of Rabbi Shimon, the father-in-law who could create miracles, who could resurrect the dead and make them alive. This was the power of those Tanaim. If people had lost their limbs, if they had undergone the loss of any organ in their body, these were the people who had the power to restore anyone to a perfect, healthy condition at that time. At that time. And before I will choose my place in Gan Eden, not only did Rabbi Shimon choose to leave this world on Lag BaÓmer, but he already had ascended to Gan Eden, the place where all tzaddikim are present, only unseen by most physical people, because Gan Eden is not somewhere in outer space. Gan Eden is right here, right in this room, right everywhere, but they are unseen. They are unseen. And they are waiting. And he's telling his students, Rabbi Shimon is telling his students, all of these people who are sitting in Gan Eden are waiting with expectation that today I will leave this physical world, the physical presence, and at that time I will return to Gan Eden. And when I return, at that time when he chose his place in Gan Eden, where is he going to sit? Together with Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and all of the others. He chose his place. This is only an indication of what kind of a man we are discussing. The man who was not governed by any aspect of physicality in this world. V'katavina ascha esha mekamai. And when I came back, the house was completely encircled by fire. Ume'almin lo ispasek, and that fire never left my presence. V'lo hava ayal banash ele berishuta, and no person can enter the presence of Rabbi Shimon without permission. Bahashta chamina is pasak, and now I see that the fire has ceased with its flame. V'ha'itmale beita, and now suddenly the entire house is full. Adaha ve'yatve, while they were sitting, patach eina Rabbi Shimon b'chama ma dechama, and he opened up his eyes, and he saw what he saw. He saw what he saw. He saw what is present on Lag BaÓmer. He saw the he saw the energy that we are trying to draw, the energy that can sustain us in every aspect of our life. He saw what unfortunately we do not see. Ba'aska Aisha bebeita, and suddenly the fire returned to the house, nafka kulhu, and everybody went out. Bishtaru Rabbi Eleazar berei, and the only ones who remained were Rav Eleazar, his son, Rababa. Rababa was the one who actually physically scribed and wrote down the entire Zohar. It was not Rabbi Shimon himself. He was the scribe. He was the scribe, Rababa. V'shar chavrai yatvu abrai, and all of the other friends, students of Rabbi Shimon, were forced to sit outside. What Rabbi Shimon was doing this evening, he saw everything. He saw everything. But we could not understand with our 4% logical mind. It's only 4%. Sees nothing. In fact, it only sees what Satan wants us to see. Therefore, at least here we strive to eliminate the 4% consciousness and just flow with the light. If you flow with the light, then you flow with quantum. Then your mind is not only present in one space, but your mind can wander and see the whole world. Your mind can see the whole world. Just as we can, if we think for a moment that when we close our eyes, which is not necessary, but if we do close our eyes, and if we had visited, let's say, Israel, and we were, at, let's say, at the Western Wall, or we were at Rabbi Shimon in Meron, we could just see ourselves, not only see the place, but we can visualize right now, even with the eyes open, but it's a lot easier if the eyes are closed, and we can see the wall in front of us. No difficulty. Well, how could we observe something that is not within our presence? Although, in this particular Beit HaKnesset, that's not so difficult, because we put pictures here for those who maybe cannot connect visually, or those who had never visited these sites. We even want quantum effect, that to control the activities, or be at least cognizant of the activities in China, which is equally as important. So we have the Great Wall of China right there, so we make our connections, because there is no difficulty in making connections with every aspect of the world. But your consciousness must be prepared for that. But if you think that all you can do is just see what you see in front of your eye and hear just what is being said in your immediate vicinity, and that you cannot hear the voices of other people all around the world. Many of us, certainly in Kabbalah, could be anywhere in the world, and we will call each other knowing that one wants to speak to each other, because our ears are not limited to the presence of speech. So what Rabbi Shimon was doing this evening, when he saw what he saw, because he saw everything, and the Ha Idra Zuta Kadisha is directly related to our time, the time of Zman Yemot HaMashiach, the time of correction that is taking place already in our lifetime. It is not something that's going to take another 1,000 years. It's already upon us. For those who can see, can see the quantum effect of what is happening right now in this world. But if we operate with our little egos, which is our greatest enemy, because that's Satan feeding us the fragmentation, the separation, the limitation. You have a little ego. He loves that because then all you can see is yourself. And he loves that. Because then you can't see everything from one part of the world to the other part of the world. Rabbi Shimon, when he stood up, was connecting to that other world. And when he sat down, meaning he brought it down into the physical reality level that we exist now. And that is already the bracha of Rabbi Shimon, that just merely by connecting with the words of Rabbi Shimon, connecting with Rabbi Shimon in the Idra, in Miron, by his gravesite, we are connecting with Rabbi Shimon, because Rabbi Shimon, while he chose to leave physically, so those who are not worthy cannot see him, nevertheless could still connect with him. Although we cannot see him, we can connect with him. And on this day, he drew down the awesome power that we all need in this day and age, where chaos of the past 2,000 years, says the Zohar, will be nothing compared, chas v'shalom, to the chaos that the world is now presently experiencing, but on such a minor level, whereas others think, how bad can it get? When Rabbi Shimon says that the day has arrived, once Avraham Azulai declared that we are in the age of Aquarius, then we are going to experience what Rabbi Shimon said, that tomorrow we will only pray for yesterday. As bad as yesterday, chas v'shalom, might have been, tomorrow, chas v'shalom, will be just as bad and far more so. And he chose to say because this was the day that he could draw down for us. On this particular day, the exact dimension of light and energy that each and every single one of us require just to sustain some normalcy in our lives. If you can only visualize, just examine what is physically taking place today, where economies no longer exist. Health, according to the Health Institute, National Health Institute, everyone is infected today with some disease. If there was ever a time that we had such statistics, certainly today is that time that requires that we achieve as much of a connection as we possibly can. And as he sat down, he was smiling, and he was extremely happy. Why was he extremely happy? Because he realized that because he had made the decision to leave today, that he would have the opportunity to draw down today that dimension of light that we require as we require the breath of air. Yashu lefanav, nasa yadav, and Rabbi Shimon raised his hands. Vitpalel tfilah, and he was praying. B'haya sameach, and he was so happy. He was so happy that on this day, at that time, that year, he was going to leave this world. Va'amar elu hachaverim shahayu nimsaim bebet ha'idra, and he asked at this time all of those who were found in the Idra, meaning the Idra Rabbah, the first assembly, Yizdamen Khan, are welcome now here. Yatsu kulam v'nisharu Rav Eleazar beno, Rav Baba, Rav Yehuda, Rav Yossi, Rav Chia, and these, only these who were present, only these who were present in the Idra Rabbah, again when Rabbi Shimon emerged from the cave in Pekin, after having learned with Moshe Rabbeinu and Eliyahu Navi, Zchutam Yagen Aleinu, B'toch kach nichnas Rabbi Yitzchak, and Rabbi Yitzchak, the one for whom Rabbi Shimon interceded 22 years previously and said, this man is not going to leave this world. Amar lo Rabbi Shimon, kama yafa chelkecha, kama simcha tzricha lahosif lecha b'yom hazeh. How much simcha has to be added to the fact that you are present in this day. Yashav Rababa achorav k'teifav. Rababa sat in back of Rabbi Shimon, and Rav Eleazar lefanav. Amar Rabbi Shimon, hahashta shata d'reutahu. Now, this day is a time of ratzon. This time, this moment, this day is a time that I can accomplish something that I had never accomplished at any time in my life, because it was not the right time. It was not the time of Et Ratzon as it is now. And I don't want to leave this world and be embarrassed in the next world because I did not reveal that which, fortunately, I connected with today. And if I did not reveal to you, speaking to his students, if I did not reveal to you, especially Rababa, who subsequently wrote the other part of what he said during this Idra Zuta Kadisha, I would feel that I had neglected my responsibility to the world, to give the world the opportunity in the time of Mashiach, that these words that we are reading of the Idra Zuta permits us to connect to what he revealed on this day, whether we understand it or not, but making the connection to him and requesting that this information that is necessary, by virtue of requesting the information, whether we do understand or do not, will serve as a benefit and will serve us in our pursuit of the many things that we desire on this day. V'amilin kadishin v'lo galin ad hashta. And today I'm going to reveal things that were never revealed, only on Mount Sinai, that one time. And it was forgotten. The oral interpretation that is included in the secret of the Torah. Be'ina legala kamei shchinta, for I must reveal, as he did in this Idra Zuta, for never shall it be said that I left this world with a lack. If Rabbi Shimon did not reveal for us what he revealed for us tonight, this entire force of energy that is ours tonight, then he would have felt that it was entering the other world bigreuta, with lack. No other person other than Moshe Rabbeinu could see other than Rabbi Shimon. This was Rabbi Shimon. As Rabbi Shimon said, that while the whole world will be oi, and we see it today as clear as day, unless you prefer to be blind to what is going on today, instead of choosing the path of Oy, as Rav Shimón said, at this very same time, while everything around us is crumbling, is in chaos, we can be part of the Ashrei. We can be part of the praiseworthy who connect to a day like Lag BaÓmer, so that we can enrich and enhance our own lives. Amen.